Stop chasing your goals. So often I get asked, Karen, why am I not receiving my goals? Why is it getting so hard? It used to all just come so naturally, so easily to me, and it's not happening anymore. Well, so here's the number one thing that kind of starts to get in our way as we get older is that we have more experiences. And with those experiences, we have more beliefs, more stories about why things aren't happening or why they didn't happen last time. And there's an energy that kind of builds up with that. And you need to stop chasing it. Look, we live in a world where it's like, hustle, I gotta make this happen. And look, that stuff works. And it's extraordinarily hard, and then sometimes it just doesn't work. Have you ever had that? Yeah, of course, we all have, right? This is the world that we've grown up in. But if you've been into law of attraction, Joe Dispenza, Aaron Doty, I think that's how you say his name, but, and sorry, Aaron, if that's not the way it is, but, Quasi Joe here, all these people who are talking about creating different realities, and even me in the past with law of attraction, again, it's just, there is this idea that, okay, I do these things and they're going to come. And that's true, we can take those actions and eventually they may happen. But what tends to happen for us is we get into this chasing model instead of kind of going to the end. We've all heard about, whether you've been listening to Stephen Covey from years ago in the 7 Habits, or Neville Goddard, is just start from the end, right? Very wise words, but sometimes it doesn't work. Why is that? Well, what I found, and I've been coaching people for a very long time, for well over a decade, mostly entrepreneurs, mostly business people who are wanting to shift their circumstances in their job, or, just want to have a higher level of success. There are 3 keys that stops them from achieving the things that they want. First of all, again, they have these beliefs. And so what I've done with them, what I do with my clients, is I help with creating a strategy and changing their paradigm. There's some belief, there's something that is so plain as day to them. It's just a belief. It's just of course I believe this. Of course this is reality, Karen. But what I do is I'm able to kind of go in and shift that paradigm and then start to create some strategies around that paradigm shift. The second thing that happens then is what I've learned to do over time is not go into the healing of it and the trauma. Those things work, okay? They absolutely work. But, my clients and myself, we want to get things done fast, right? And I know that with what we focus on grows, right? So if we're focusing on healing something, healing a past wound, emotional wound, very valuable to do. But what I found for some people is that once we do that and we get into that energy of that old stuff, we tend to stay stuck there. So what I do is I change that. I actually shift that energy of that story, of that belief. So it's first kind of identifying it and changing that paradigm. Next, releasing the energy of that belief or that story. And I do that with a process I call it frack or fracking. I frack them, which is frequency, release, and activation, clearing. And with that is so powerful. It gets down to the root of the energy that's stored in our bodies and around that belief and in our minds, and immediately really starts to shift them. It's really cool, very quick. And I have some really cool stories to tell about that, which I'll do in the future. And then, so in with that frequency release, there's an activation of a new reality and a new identity. Because here's the thing, the you that wants to have this big shift, this quantum leap in your life, has to be a different you than exists now. It just does. There needs to be some shifts. Yes, there could be marketing, there could be putting out my resume, there could be changing things on LinkedIn. Yes, perhaps. But ultimately, in the end, it needs to be a shift in energy within you. Can you do this on your own? Sure, yes. There are some tools out there to do that. But I tell you, from my own experience, it goes way faster when you work with somebody. Way, way faster. But again, here are the three things that get in our way. It's our stories. We need a paradigm shift for that. It is the energy of those stories. We need to release that. And then creating and connecting in with a new identity. When we do that, everything shifts and changes. And we are no longer chasing those things, chasing your goals. We're trying to attract them. We get who we are. So when we change at a base of who we are, if we change the energy of who we are, everything changes. Just the way it works. So that's the thing. Those are the things you need to do. So find out where your stories are. Clear them. Become the new identity. Become the new person. Identify who that new you is. What are those skills? What are those habits? How do you think in that, again, beginning from the end, who are you in that role, in that new life, in that quantum leap you? So I hope this is helpful. Those are the three things that you need to do. Stop chasing, start being. Forget attracting, just start being. What that does, it allows you to merge with the new you. All right, take care. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, like, comment, do all those wonderful things, share. That would be great. And feel free to share or comment on this. I would love that as well. And just keep an eye out. I've got some really cool things that I've never had before. People tend to think that I'm super expensive, but I want to pay it forward now. I've been able to work and still work with some amazing clients at a very high level. But I'm now also creating some different programs that are very, very, very affordable and within reach for a lot of people that may not have thought that was possible before. So the place to go to is liveanolimitslife.com/links. And you'll see in there all the different resources that I have. All right, take care and love you. And I'm so glad that you spent this time with me today. Cheers.